In this video, I will show you how to design a simple login window using Swings package in Java. First, I will open the editor, then I will start typing my program, that is file, new, choose the Java. Once we choose in Java, it will display default lines of code like main method, write println statement, and class declaration. As I'm going to implement it by using Swings, I need to import a package called java x.swing.start. That means it imports all the classes, interfaces, methods that are defined under Swing package, and assign a meaningful name for this class. It is a first demo program on Swing, so I'm giving like this, or I can give it is a login window. So login window. I want to design this window using a frames. So JFrame is a class defined in Swings package. So that should be extended by our current class, that is login window. Please remember this one. Why I extended JFrame class? Because I am going to include few labels, buttons, and text fields as part of designing the login page. So where I can keep these things, I need to add these components to a frame. That frame is called here. JFrame is a built-in class defined under Java Swing package. If you want to implement Swings concept, our current class must extends a predefined class called JFrame. Now, initially we need to initialize few things. That means we need to keep size for our frame, and we need to make the frame visible at the time of running our application. So for that, we will take the help of constructor. See, in Java, the role of constructor is to initialize the members of the class. So what are the things I need here? I need two labels. I need one text field and one password field, and I need two buttons. So how do we create a label in Swings? There is a class called JLabel. Just I'm assigning name as L1. It is a built-in class. JLabel is a built-in class. So new JLabel, and for this label we need to assign some description. So the first one is user ID or login ID, something like that. We need to attach a description message to this label. And next one, and we need to create one more label, because two labels are required. One is to enter the user ID, the other one is to enter the password. So here change the object name and also change the description message, that is password. Enter user ID, enter password. We are conveying this one. And to enter user ID, we need to provide a box that is called text box. Text box is created in Swings with the help of JTextField. JTextField. Assign an object name, new JTextField. So what I am doing? I am doing creating objects for both labels as well as text field, password field, and buttons. All these are classes. JLabel is a class available in Swing package. JTextField is a class available in Swing package. And next one, JPassword field. The difference between password field and text field is, in case of text field, what are the information we are typing that is visible to everyone, whereas in case of password field, whatever we are typing that is encrypted into a secret form. Password field. Password field. What is this number 20 that I am passing inside the text field? Means that represents the width of the text field. That is 20 characters width is allocated for text field while displaying the output. Similarly, password field also I am assigning as 20 characters width. If you want to increase that number, you can increase it. And after labels are over, text field is over, password field is over. Next one is buttons. We need two buttons. One is login button, the other one is clear button. So j button b1 is equals to new j button. So this is a standard way of creating objects in Java. Class name space object name is equals to new space class name. So button, on button what we are going to display? I want to display login. Similarly, I need to create one more button. Second button, change the name of the object and change the label that is going to be displayed on the, suppose cancel. So once all the required components, all these are called GUI components, graphical user interface components. So once we created these components, then we need to add the components. Like first we need to add label 1, and beside label 1 we need to display text field 1. So text field 1 object name is df1. And what is the next row? In the first row we are displaying user ID, label and right side text box. In the next row we are displaying label 2, that is called password field, password, and password field. Beside that password field we are going to display. And next one is add of button b1. Below that we are adding one more button, two buttons, that is b1 and b2, because our object names of buttons are b1 and b2. Our object names for text field is tf1, password field is pf1, and labels objects names are l1 and l2. So like this we need to add means this is a method defined under frames. So for that frame we are adding in this pattern, in this order we are arranging the elements, GUI components. And we need to set some size. We need to set some size for our frame, like width and height. Suppose if I given like this, and by default this frame is not visible, we need to make it visible by setting that set visible function as true. True is a boolean value in Java. It is a boolean data type. Boolean data type is accepting only two values, either true or false. By default these frames are not visible, so to make it visible we are accessing this set visible and passing true as a argument to this function. And finally once our initialization part is over, we need to close the constructor. So till then whatever I am initializing all are kept inside the constructor. Once I come out of the constructor, who will call this class? Login window. So inside the main method we need to create object for the above class. So above class name is login window. Obj is equals to new login window. If I have created an object for the above class, indirectly this class is invoking the constructor, the constructor of the class login window. Whenever the constructor is initialized, called, invoked, all these statements are executed, then we are able to see the output. So before running this program, first we need to save this one in our respective directory. So login window. And to run this program, open the command prompt, go to respective drive, directory, Java space file name.java. File name is login window.java. So it will check for any syntax errors are there in our program. There are no errors. Then how do we run it? Java space class name. So login window. The name of the class is login window. So I'm giving this one. You can watch the result. See, this is the. See, if you see here, only one button that is displayed. That is also a cancel button is visible, but other buttons are not. So why it is happen? I will explain. So only what is the last button that I added, only that is visible. The rest of the things are hidden backside of this one. Why? Because I did not set any layout for this one. So actually we have a method called set layout Layout means layout will decides the arrangement of the components. If you see here, these 6 elements are going to be arranged in a matrix form or tabular form like 3 rows and 2 columns. You can observe this one. It looks like this is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3, and this part is column 1 and this part is column 2. So I can mention here it is there is a predefined class called grid layout. Grid layout is used to arrange the elements in tabular form or in matrix form. So how many rows we need? 3 rows. How many columns we need? 2 columns. That number we need to pass inside the grid layout function. Just skip the semicolon. So previously I did not set the layout, because of that reason only the last element, last component is displayed as part of the output. Now I arranged all 6 elements into 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means 3 multiplied by 2, that is 6. Total number of elements are 6. So I done some changes to this program, so I need to save it and open the command prompt. Again rerun the application. Actually, grid layout is defined in another package called AWT package that we need to import. Without importing, I'm using, that's the reason it is generated an error, awt.star. So we should know that which class is available in which package. You can see here now how it is arranged. First, user ID, right side text box. Next, password, right side password field. Below that, button, login button. What is the label that is displayed on the button? Login. What is the label that is displayed on the second button? Cancel. If I type it here something, it is displayed the alphabets, whatever alphabets or numbers or special care, whatever I'm typing, all that. But here, anything if I type, it displayed only encrypted information like this. And if you see, there is no title is assigned for this window. See, there is only an icon is displayed here, but beside there is no title is assigned on this window. So we need to close this one. How can we set site title? How can we set title? There is a method called set title. Set title login window. They get compiling, run the application. See, previously this login window title was not there. Now after adding set title function, which is set title method in the inside the constructor, now we are able to get this title. So here it looks like 3 rows. If you observe the output, it looks like 3 rows and 2 columns. This is row 1, this is row 2, and this is row 3. This is column 1 and this is column 2. So in this way, we can design a simple login form with the help of SwingSpace. I done very simple things. One is I created a class. It extends a built-in class called frame. Why we need a frame? Because to add all these components. What are the components? 2 labels, 1 text box, 1 password field, and 2 buttons. So we need to add them. How can we add them? With the help of add function. What is our expected arrangement? Beside label text box, beside second label password field, beside button 1, button 2. It looks like 3 by 2 L. How can we convey this 3 by 2 information to our application? Using a built-in class called grid layout. But grid layout is defined in which package? AWT package. So here 3 is referring the number of rows and 2 is referring the number of columns. So layout will decide the position of the components in our frame. And if you want to keep some title for this window output, we can assign it with the help of set title. And the frame size, see, when the output is running, very small window is displaying, that is 150 by 150. Suppose if I change it to 250 by 250, then the output size increases, the window size increases, the default. I will show you this one. like previously very small screen display, but this time was like this. You can see why, because I assign 250 by 250. Suppose if I given 350 by 350, so the size will increase. This is referring the width and height of the frame window. Like this. The size will increase, keep on increasing once I increase the width of and height attributes of the set size method. So like this, we can design a simple user interface with the help of swing patch.